Hey guys, what's up? You know, this past week, of course, we had E3 in Los Angeles. We had the various conferences with, press conferences and presentations by Sony, Microsoft, several developers like EA, Bethesda, or whatever, Bethesda, if you will, and several others. We had something from Nintendo, not much of a press conference, but more like, hey, come into this room, watch something on the big screen, and you'll get something in return. We had a Street Fighter tournament, or Street Fighter tournament between, or basically Street Fighter matchup, dream matchup of Xavier Woods, Austin Creed, and Kenny Omega. Basically, we had, courtesy of E3, we had the New Day, which all three members were there. Well, of course, Xavier, Austin had to be there. And the Golden Elite, that being Kenny Omega, accompanied by the Young Bucks. This was something that actually a lot of people, I think people were looking a little bit more forward to than some of the presentations and stuff. So, like I said, this is something that obviously a lot of people are looking more so to than the presentations. You can actually check out the match on the Up Up Down Down YouTube channel, which is Xavier Woods, Austin Creed's channel. You could check it out there. Like I said, you could check it out there, and yeah, it looks really good. In fact, they even had the Young Bucks do a super kick on the commentator that was standing right behind both Kenny and Xavier Austin. So it was really interesting. So check it out if you want. We also found out about Smash Brothers Ultimate coming and everything, but it was also during this time that 2K, of course, 2K had a presence there too. Not much of a, not like, oh, we're gonna give you a presentation like presence, but they had a presence enough to where they announced new titles that were coming. New titles related, that are non-sports related, sports related, that were in the works or that were coming. And it was through this that 2K and WWE made the announcement that 2K19 is going to be coming this fall. But they also made the announcement that very soon, in fact this Monday, we will find out who the cover star is, what superstar is the poster child, basically is going to brace the cover of 2K19, as well as who's going to be the pre-order DLC that you will get when you first pre-order the game, when you first pre-order the digital or physical game. And a lot of speculation is going around that there's two names being tossed around right now, but one name that's been tossed around in both ways has been Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, of course, is on the cover of UFC 2, which I just recently acquired, as well as I think she has some kind of presence in UFC 3, I don't know, but she is on the cover of UFC 2, and I think she was on the cover of UFC 1 as well. I can't really remember. I know she was on the cover of one of the UFC games when it was under the THQ license. So yeah, I know she's been the poster child, if you will, for those games. So her possibly being the poster child for this one, it wouldn't be the first time. Of course, because Brock's done that, Brock Lesnar. But there is also rumor, in fact, strong rumors, that AJ Styles will end up being the poster child. Will end up bracing the cover of 2K19, which would be huge because it would be the first time ever that, as far as I know, a wrestler from 2 different organizations appeared on the cover for both games representing those organizations. In case you don't know what I mean, he appeared somewhat, not directly like in your face, that was Kurt Angle's role, but he was mainly on the cover alongside other TNA superstars. So it won't be the first time he ends up on the cover, but this would be like his first full, like, hey, he's the poster child. He's the face of this brand right now of WWE. He's the face of the game. So it'll be really interesting if AJ is the poster child, is the cover. Well, you get the idea. Basically, the cover superstar for the game. And of course, like I said, what I'm trying to say is the DLC that's being rumored it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. The DLC that's being rumored to be downloaded, to be playable when you pre-order it, is Ronda Rousey. So that's pretty cool that possibly within one day, within one night, this Monday on Raw, not only will you possibly have AJ Styles revealed as the cover star or the cover superstar of 2K19, but you'll also have the announcement of Ronda Rousey being a pre-order DLC character or DLC superstar that you can download, that you can get and download when you pre-order the game. So it's really interesting to see. Now, speaking of 2K19, there have been rumors going around of certain match types coming back for the first time in quite some time. I mean, we got some match types, and here's the thing, we got some, how do I put it? We got some tweaks here and there to certain established match types. You know, we got certain tweaks here and there, like, with, the 6-man tag, now it's an 8-man tag. Basically, all the 6-man matches have been you still have the 6 superstar matches. You still have the 6 superstar battle royals, the 6 superstar tag team matches, stuff like that. The 6 superstar, sorry about that, the 6 superstar ladder matches, Money in the Bank ladder matches. But now you also have the 8 one. Now you can also choose 8-man, as well as you can also create a match. And I don't know if you were able to do that in the last one, but here you can customize matches now to where you can add any kind of stipulation you want. You can name it any kind of match type you want, whatever. For me, I've taken 2 matches I call Final Battle and Final Battle 2, and basically comprised them of a 60-minute Iron Man match combined with Extreme Rules and combined with Hell in a Cell. Can't get any more Final Battle than that, if you know what I mean. But anyway, that's kind of a new thing there, as well as a few tweaks here and there, especially on top of that, we had a new game engine, which does look good. The only problem I think that still needs to be fixed is it does glitch a little bit. It does glitch just a bit, in certain areas. Heck, I got a good example of that yesterday when I was doing my web matches episode. But it does glitch a little bit. And there are moments where it's like one of the biggest complaints in glitch as far as it glitching is all of a sudden the AI's superstar ends up just being unbeatable. It's like there's like a moment in the match at times where the AI's superstar, after it gets hit or gets nailed with a move or something like that, ends up bouncing back and just beating the crap out of you. You know, just ends up beating the crap out of you. So, yeah, there's that glitch that some people, like myself, Wild Hops, Brandon Cavers, I think so, if I pronounce the name, anybody else that's played the game so far, has probably brought up. The fact that one of the main glitches that hopefully they improve on, hopefully they fix and smooth out, is the glitch that basically makes the fighter, the player, the AI-controlled superstar virtually unbeatable. Because like I said, it's almost like there's a moment in the match to where you'll hit him or her a couple of times, and then all of a sudden there's this like sudden stop, like a temporary freeze, and then boom, you're suddenly getting your butt kicked. And there's a few other times where, you know, they'll have the referee back you off and kind of go to the superstar, and yes, it's maybe because it's the fact that the superstar is dark red, you know, has gone from like regular red to dark red, which basically means, you know, they could have a serious injury. But there's almost at times that I look at when they're doing like this with their hands. There are times I'm thinking, what are they doing? Healing them with magic or something? It's almost like at times they go like, here, let me heal you with my magic temporarily. And I'll tell you why I believe that's kind of like a healing method. Because there are times that even though you might win, there are times that will allow the AI superstar to come back and get some offense in on you. Almost like you barely put any damage on them until finally you're finally able to get an opening and knock them down. There's also the other, I think, thing hopefully they work on is the fact that the AI during matches likes to go, when they have you down, they like to go to the turnbuckle, you know, get onto the second turnbuckle and pose for the crowd and all that, or, you know, kind of, I don't know, you know, get the adulation of the crowd or whatever, or get in the face of the crowd. Basically, it's during a match, they get onto the second rope and they're like, yay, see, I'm the best. And it's like, what are you doing? You got your opponent down, you should keep on him, right? That's something hopefully they work on, because almost to me at times, it feels like that's 2K's way of saying, see, 2K is better. You can't beat 2K. Or it's their way of saying, yeah, 2K is better, and in the next installment, you're gonna have super moves that take your superstar and your opponent into space. And it's gonna be like, seriously, you know, because to me it's like, seriously, 2K, are you trying to send a message? Because that's what it feels like to me. It felt like to me for a while, and still does. It's like, what are you trying to do? Send a message? It's like, what do you want us to do? Just accept what you give us? I mean, if that's the case, why don't you just? I feel like, if that's the case, why don't you 2K come out and say it? Why don't you just come out and say, look, we know you want this, but this is what we've been told to give you because this is how it's supposed to go, so live with it. You know, is that the message they're trying to send? I don't know. I don't know if that's the message they're trying to send. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully with 2K19 they take the feedback that fans are going to give them or have given them and use it to realize, hey, we goofed up in some areas. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping they take the feedback that fans have given them and still give them and use it to really improve on what they're going to bring for 2K19. Now, like I said, there have been some other match types that have been introduced over the past that seem to be rumored. There are some match types that seem to be rumored, new match types or returning match types that we've not seen in a while, that are rumored to come back as part of 2K19. Some of the rumored matches are, two of them that I know I've heard of being circulated around, is Intergender and Lumberjack. Well, here's the thing. Intergender is not probably really going to happen. I mean, it may happen, which would be unique because we have seen some intergender matches lately. So it may happen. I'm not saying it won't. But just checking something there. But if I'm WWE, I probably, here's the thing, if I'm 2K and I'm WWE, I'm intrigued by adding that match type. Either, mostly if it's just tag team or even one-on-one, but I think it's mostly going to be tag team. I'm intrigued to add that match type. Here's the problem though. 2K can add that match type, but this is WWE we're talking about. So WWE will probably allow them to add the match type, but not as intergender, but just as mixed tag. Let me explain. You see, mixed tag has been in the game before. I don't know why they took it out, but it's been in the game before. And basically what mixed tag is essentially, you know, male and female superstars teaming up together. And the only reason they bring back the mixed tag is to capitalize on the recent success somewhat of the mixed match challenge. Now they might add the option of turning on intergender if you want to do that, but I think even if they give the option, the way they're going to start out right off the bat is as a mixed tag team match, not intergender. So what that means is if a female superstar tags out to the male superstar, then the computer, the AI, has to do the same thing. So let's say Wild Hops decides to team their CAWs of Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde from Zootopia, and let's say they put them up against Mickey and Minnie Mouse, a CAW of Mickey and Minnie Mouse. If Judy tags to Nick, well, Minnie's in the ring. Minnie, if she's controlled by the AI, has to tag into Mickey. And then if Mickey tags into Minnie, well, Nick's in the ring, then Nick will automatically tag out to Judy. Either that or face disqualification. That's pretty much how I think it's going to be. So, intergender-wise, I think it's a possibility, but I think it might be an option you can turn on if we get any kind of resemblance of that. But I think mostly they're going to be mixed tag team matches. That's it. That's really all I think it's going to be. Now, Lumberjack and Lumberjill matches, I'll be happy to see those. I'll be happy to see those make a comeback. And I'm hoping, here's what I think they need to do, and I think they'll probably will, if they're listening to the feedback of the fans. If I'm 2K, I allow the fans, I don't allow the fans, but I allow the players to choose who the Lumberjacks and the Lumberjills will be. No automatic choosing, no automatic computerized choosing, no random choosing unless you want to, unless you want to go that route, which could be an option. But let them choose who they want as the Lumberjacks and the Lumberjills. Let them choose that. Let them choose who they want. it'll make it more fun for them, because if they create factions in this game, which is likely to happen, you're going to want, let's say, a member of a faction to have all his or her compadres at ringside as lumberjills or lumberjacks. It makes sense. It makes sense. So if they bring that in as one of the match types being rumored, hopefully they give players the option to choose who they want as lumberjacks and lumberjills. Now, what other match types could there be? Well, there was one match type missing from 2K18. And I could understand maybe, they didn't want to put it in because maybe they didn't have room for it. Maybe they felt it was ridiculous. But I think they should, honestly, if there's any match they should put in, it's the Asylum match, the Ambrose Asylum. I think that'll be a fun match to add in because, you could choose any weapons you want up there, and it makes for intriguing gameplay, because who knows? You may not have to get a weapon out to win the match. You could win it almost automatically. So hopefully we get something like that. Hopefully we get the Ambrose Asylum match this time incorporated in there. But there is one match though that I know fans want to see, and that's an Ultimate Deletion. That's right. Fans would love to see Ultimate Deletion, or be able to create their own Ultimate Deletions, add in their own little stipulations, their own environments, whatever. I think that is basically the best match type you can give them. You have plenty of time since it's come out to incorporate it into the game. I think this would be the best time to do it. I think this would be the best time to do it. If you want the honest truth, this would be the best time to do it. Do it. Go out and just allow fans to get as crazy and invent and imaginative with a match than ever before. I mean, having creative match in there right now is great, but imagine allowing us to create our own Ultimate Deletion and to go beyond the boundaries of backstage, in the ring, and all that, because that's what the Ultimate Deletion was about. You were in a different world, almost a different environment, a different dimension. That is a match type I want to see brought in. It's the Ultimate Deletion. And then, like I said, allow them to be as creative as they want to be with it. Because I think the more you let people be creative in these kind of environments, these kind of games, with a match like that, the more they're going to clamor. The more they're going to clamor for more. Basically, they're going to clamor for more. And that's the truth. That is the absolute, definite truth. But those are some of the match types, along with two right now that are rumored to be coming out. Of course, we'll probably get a Women's Royal Rumble match added in. So now you don't have to worry about, it's just men and all that, or the only way we could do women battle royals similar to a Rumble is an 8-woman tag or an 8-woman battle royal. Now you'll be able to do a Women's Royal Rumble. So that's great to hear. That's going to be great to see that match incorporated in there as well. But overall, I think 2K19 really needs to step it up. I mean, I know I said that. I know a lot of people have said that about 2K18, and it did. New game engine and everything, they stepped it up a bit. They stepped it up and improved on what needed to be improved on. But it still has some problems. It still has some glitches. The AIs at times becoming virtually unbeatable when, you get to a certain portion of the match, or you hit them at a certain time during the match or whatever, them constantly posing on the middle turnbuckle when they shouldn't be, the referee going to them and checking on them, almost healing them with some kind of magical power. You know, these are the kind of glitches and stuff they need to improve on, they need to work on, and hopefully they do. Another thing, and I think this is the major thing, and we've constantly talked about this, that they definitely need to fix, and they need to be and they need to work with Sony, and they need to work with Xbox on this as well. They need to work with all the game consoles that this series is going to be part of. And that is the fact that they need to allow us to have our own custom music in there, allow us to download tracks if we can. I mean, one thing I do like about the series is you can upload your logos and your face as well for when you want to create your wrestler or create your arena or, you know, whatever. You know, when you want to be creative, you're able to have the choice of choosing your own material, your own logos that you create or you download, your face that you take a picture of. You know, that's all great to have and everything, but I think what they need to add in now is the ability to do a couple of things. One, allow us to upload GIFs, movable pictures or movable screenshots. Two, upload video so we can have somewhat of a creative way of adding to a Creator Titantron video. And three, allow us to upload our own musical entrances. Allow us to upload our own music. Allow us to go to WWE 2K19 upload, to the upload section, and not just upload our logos and our facial pictures, but allow us to upload animated GIFs, or pictures, or screenshots. Allow us to upload video, if you will. It could be, and you know, if you want to limit the video to maybe 30 seconds, fine. But allow us to do that. Allow us to upload an MP4. And thirdly, so you don't have to worry about copyright, allow us to upload our own music. So that way when we possibly live stream our matches or our leagues, you won't have to worry about copyright. You won't have to worry about that. Allow us to have the choice. You know, put that burden, if you want to, on us, and allow us to have the choice, to be able to give our own created superstars their own custom music. Allow us to do that. You give us those three creative options as part of creative character and all that. You give us those three new options along with uploading pictures and logos and your facial features and all that. And I guarantee you fans are going to love you for it. They're going to tell their friends about this game, and you'll have probably a best-selling game on your hands, probably more so than you think. Not just along with the new match types and everything potentially that will potentially be added on to or added into the game. You will basically have fans clamoring for more and more and more. And that's the truth. That's the damn truth. And you guys know. And 2K knows this. So 2K, if you're watching, hopefully everybody that's watched this took the time watching. We look forward to 2K19. Hopefully you have been working to improve on it, to get rid of any kind of glitches that you may have had in the recent game. Hopefully you'll take a lot of feedback that fans give you like this video, and use it to make this game great, to make this game something that fans are going to want to play again and again. Basically make it a game for the fans. Because you add in the matches that people are rumoring that are being rumored to be added in, as well as you take that next step and say, hey, you know, let's give these people more creative freedom to do this with uploading animated GIFs, 30-second MP4 videos, as well as maybe their own music. You're going to have an all-time winner on your hands, no doubt. No doubt. But anyway, folks, those are my thoughts on the upcoming WWE 2K19 game. Basically on who's rumored to be the cover star for the cover of the game, or on the front of the game, as well as who's rumored to be the pre-order DLC. My thoughts on the matches that are being rumored to be added in, what matches could be added in, from, you know, which would make things really creative and intriguing, as well as what they potentially can do from a creative standpoint by adding in those other options as well. So let me know what you guys think though down below. Comment if you like. I'm going to try to get myself a quick bite to eat before I clock in from lunch on this weird, unusual 5-hour day that I have. Yeah, 10:30 to 4:30, go figure. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you later. And now I am just 2 away from 10,000 vids. So keep an eye out, guys. The 10,000th one might be a live stream of topics on my mind, and it might be a special version of it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to you later.